The delegation from the Deathworld Union sat in uncomfortable silence around the massive crystalline table. Representative Cole of Proxima Centauri fidgeted with his atmospheric regulator, the machinery whirring softly in the otherwise silent chamber. Across from him, Ambassador Trell from Rigel Prime adjusted her gravity compensators while studying the file before her. "This cannot be correct," Trell finally said, breaking the silence. "These readings must be erroneous." High Chancellor Vox of Tau Ceti leaned forward, multifaceted eyes reflecting the holographic display hovering above the table's center. "I have verified the data myself. There is no error." The display rotated slowly, showing a blue-green planet with swirling white clouds. "Earth. Then it is worse than we feared," muttered Representative Gren, the methane breather from Epsilon Eridani. His translator module clicked and whirred. "They survive not just one but all of these conditions?" The hologram shifted, displaying scrolling data, radiation levels, gravitational pull, atmospheric composition, temperature ranges, pathogenic diversity, predator statistics, natural disasters. Red indicators flashed beside nearly every measurement. "By the void," whispered Cole. "No wonder their diplomatic team seemed so resilient." High Chancellor Vox gestured with three of his limbs, expanding the display. "For centuries, we have classified our own worlds as death worlds because they presented extreme challenges to interstellar life. We formed the Union specifically to advocate for our unique needs in the Galactic Assembly." "But this—" Trell's voice faltered. "Yes," Vox confirmed. "Earth exceeds the death world classification in 47 different categories. It is not merely a death world. It is the death world." Representative Gren bubbled anxiously in his containment suit. "The humans appeared so fragile. Their skin is not even armored." "Deceptively so," Cole added. "According to these biological assessments, they evolved on a world with over 8,000 species that actively tried to kill them, parasites that bred inside their bodies, microbes that turned their own cells against them, and predators that hunted them for hundreds of thousands of years." Trell examined the atmospheric data. "They breathe oxygen, pure oxygen, the most corrosive common element in the galaxy. Their cells literally burn themselves for energy." "More concerning," Vox continued, "is their psychological profile. They developed advanced mathematics while still hunting megafauna with sharpened sticks. They split the atom before they stopped fighting global wars. They reached for the stars while still battling climate catastrophe." The room fell silent again as the implications settled over the delegation. "The resolution before us," Vox finally said, "is whether to admit Earth to the Deathworld Union." Cole laughed, a sharp sound that his translator couldn't quite render properly. "Admit them, they should be leading us." "That is precisely my concern," Trell countered. "Their cultural development is troubling. They simulate conflict for entertainment. They deliberately consume toxic substances for pleasure. Their literature glorifies their own extinction scenarios. Yet they survived," Gren pointed out. "Not despite these traits, but because of them." The display shifted again, showing images of human history. Ancient warriors charging across battlefields, scientists working through pandemics, explorers climbing impossible mountains and diving into crushing ocean depths, astronauts venturing into the vacuum of space protected by materials thinner than Gren's ceremonial robes. "Their adaptation mechanism is not physical evolution," Vox explained. "It's technological and social innovation driven by an almost pathological curiosity. They don't adapt to their environment. They adapt their environment to themselves." Trell studied the human genome display. Their DNA shows damage and repair cycles that would kill most sentient species. They literally survive cellular radiation, damage daily. And their psychological resilience, Cole added. They experience a negative emotional event, process it, and conceptualize it as growth. They call it post-traumatic growth syndrome. We call that insanity, Gren bubbled. Vox raised a limb for silence. The question remains, do we admit Earth to the Deathworld Union? Trell's gravity compensators whined as she shifted. I propose an alternative resolution. We dissolve the Deathworld Union and request admission to a new alliance. led by humanity. The chamber erupted in overlapping translator outputs. Vox eventually restored order. An extreme proposal? Your reasoning? Our worlds have extreme conditions. Yes, Trell explained. But we evolved to perfectly suit those conditions. Humans evolved to adapt to unpredictability itself. Their history isn't just survival. It's constant revolution against limitations. Cole's atmospheric regulator hissed as he sighed. I second the proposal. Better to have them as allies than potential competitors. The resolution is thus amended, Vox announced. The Deathworld Union resolves to dissolve itself and petition Earth for the formation of a new Adaptive Worlds Coalition. As the delegation voted unanimously in favor, a human diplomatic observer watched from the shadowed gallery. Admiral Thomas allowed himself a small smile. He had tried to explain to Command that humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology or their military might. It was that Earth had forged humans into problem solvers who never recognized impossible as a permanent state. The aliens had just figured it out for themselves. He activated his comm unit. Central. The Deathworld Union resolution passed, but not as expected. Prepare for an official delegation requesting a new alliance. Structure. He paused, listening to the question from his superiors. No, sir, not a threat. I believe this is an opportunity. They're not afraid of us. They're afraid of what the rest of the galaxy will become when they start adopting our methods. Thomas watched as the alien representatives gathered their materials, their body language, even among wildly different physiologies, showing clear relief at having made their decision. After all, sir, he continued, what's more dangerous than a species that turns death worlds into homes?